Good morning. Well, welcome to the Gym Bro-migos podcast, guys. I'm Garrett Zollinger. This is Big Rob Peoples, the one and only, the People's Champion. How are you doing, Mr. Brickwall, Robert Peoples?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. For the past month, I've been injured. Found out pickleball is a lot more dangerous than I thought it was. Yeah, pickleball is actually a dangerous sport. I was playing pickleball with my buddy after doing leg day, like an idiot, like a complete idiot. But didn't stretch, nothing. Just went into full blown running on that pickleball court. He cut the ball in on the fourth game. I cut back, went to run for it, and can't remember if I stepped forward or if I stepped backwards. But when I did, the only thing that I can compare it to is the feeling when you put your hands on a 3-ring hole punch and punch down on the stack of papers. It went, and I got a 3.1 millimeter by 1.4 millimeter tear in the deep tissue of my calf.
That sounds pretty painful.
Honestly, it wasn't painful when it happened. It was painful to the touch the next day. Walking on it or attempting to walk on it when it first happened it just felt like a huge cramp. Felt like my calf was just receding up. But it sucked.
Yeah, so I bet that made things hard to get to the gym because we know that you've had some issues with your food and your diet.
Yeah.
How'd you combat that? Like, so were you able to keep going to the gym? What'd you do?
So I had to wait. I went the next day after that and they did an x-ray. Then the ace wrap did the splint thing for my calf to immobilize it. Got the right word. To immobilize it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on crutches for a few days until I got a little knee scooter so I can move around a lot better. But my appointment with the ortho wasn't for 10 days. So
Yeah,
for
that's tough.
10 days, I was out of the
That's tough.
gym. It was. I mean, it really sucked. 10 days I was out of the gym. My cousin, I had just got him into going. And the beautiful thing with my cousin is he's very routine oriented
Yeah.
and he hates breaking routine. So I finally got him into that routine 3 days before I tore my calf.
Make God laugh, tell him your plans, right?
I swear, man. But we were sitting, he still went to the gym. He'd post the pictures like I do on Facebook and everything. And I was really proud of him. Still proud of him. But day 10, when I went to ortho and they put me in that boot, I drove that 45-minute drive from Durham back to where I was working at the time. Saw my cousin. I said, I hope you brought a change of clothes, brother. We're going to the gym today.
That's right.
And so I've been pushing through it this whole time.
So you didn't let it stop you.
No, I couldn't let it stop me.
No.
With everything I've got going against me, I could not let it stop me.
Yeah. Well, if my God is for me, who could stand against me?
What? No weapon formed against me shall prosper.
That's right. And that's the attitude you have to take, because it's easy, especially in today where any inconvenience is easily used to be like, oh man, I can't do it because I have a legitimate injury and, I can't do this, I can't do that. So it's easy to when that pops up.
No, yeah.
But it sounds like you approached it the way a champion would, which was, this is just a pause. This isn't like anything changing. This is just, hey, take it easy for a couple days, So what have you learned about yourself through working out with an injury that, you've got to have a scooter and then walk around difficultly? What'd you learn about yourself? What'd you learn about workouts? What'd you learn about, you know, just everything.
The ultimate thing I learned is that regardless of what I've got going on, it's still my set.
Yeah.
I still got to do the work. Time doesn't stop. It doesn't just say, hey, I'm gonna hit the pause button on this time. Everything I've got going against me is gonna pause. We're just gonna coast a little bit, and then we're gonna pick right back up. Everything's gonna start hitting me again. It's gonna be like I just went from here to here. No, no,
Mm.
because I
CT
get
Fletcher.
yes, sir.
It's
Still,
still
yeah, old mother
yo
set.
set.
Had
Yeah.
that ringing in my ear this whole time. That and David
Yep.
Goggins. Do I want to
Well, I
beat
mean,
him today?
it's so easy to just be like, gosh darn it, can't do that. So I'm not gonna do that. And then like you said, time don't stop,
No.
passes you by. So you end up like it's like, oh, the calories you eat while you're hurt don't count. It's like they just go to helping your injury. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
wouldn't that be nice? But that's just not reality.
But
And
while I was in
for us
that,
to,
yep.
man,
But while I was in that 10 days, I gained like 5 pounds. I
that's not
gained,
too bad.
it's not too bad, but when my lowest that I've got down to in this past year was 328, and that 5 pounds pushed me back up over that 100-pound loss that I had,
Yeah,
pushed me back over that 100-pound loss that I had.
yeah,
It hit and it sucked.
yeah. It's reality.
Yeah.
Reality sucks.
So I've been doing mostly upper body. Been doing mostly upper body. Haven't really been doing cardio.
I hope so. I hope
Could
you're doing upper body mostly.
yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah. I know, I know.
leg press,
One
hack
leg,
squat. Yeah,
one
come
leg
on,
with the
man.
crutch of support.
Try it.
But I've really been pushing back and biceps, chest and tries, and the one thing that I incorporate every day with my workouts is shoulders because I've got the messed up shoulder, so I'm trying
Yeah,
to build everything up around it. Uh, I also told you that what was it? Correction. December we were doing about right at an hour on workouts. Uh, so we go in, we do a few things, take our picture, and we'd hop out.
yeah,
But I mean, we 12 set, no, 4 sets of 12 on everything we did. If I was feeling better or like I didn't get a good thing, I'll bump it up to 15 to 25
yeah.
on the reps. New Year's hit, and I looked at Braxton and I was like, no, we got to up this. So we're going to about an hour and a half to 2 hours on our workouts, incorporating a lot more stuff in. Planet Fitness, it is so hard to get a freaking bench.
It's January.
I know in general, now there's
Yeah,
lines of people coming down to get the bench,
yeah.
but it's January.
Give it a month. Give it a
It's
month. Nobody will be there.
3 months. March is the fall off for Planet Fitness. But I know this is going to sound bad, and I don't mean it in a very negative way. And I promise I hate even saying it out loud, but it's funny to me. I've never wanted somebody to give up more in my life.
Truth. It's frustrating because it's like, how do I say this? It's something like some stupid number, like 80 something percent of people give up on their resolutions before March or like before April or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like you look at it and you can legitimately say like 80% of you guys aren't going to be here.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me close my curtain for a second.
All right.
It's just, like legitimately 80% of the people ain't going to be there.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, well,
But the
can
one thing
accelerate this process.
exactly. And if I can get this, and if they watch this, I don't care if they see it. I don't know how
Who
they'd
cares?
see it, but if they do, there's this one group of young people. There's this couple, and they're actually doing the stuff right. Like, I mean, Uh, not an outrageous amount of weight. They're actually doing slow reps, not just slinging their body, trying to use their body weight to pull it. Uh, they're doing everything right. And I'm really proud of them because I've watched the growth from last year to today, and they're doing amazing. But they've got friends that come in there that'll start lifting.
Yeah.
This one dude, who can I equate him to? Oh, he's about this thin, sitting there putting 135 on the cable lat pull downs.
Mhm.
Coming up, it's pulling his little ass up. And then he's slinging his body back down, slinging up, slinging it back down. I'm sitting here and then getting pissed when we ask, "Are you using that?" Talking about like the ropes, the
Mhm.
rope connectors. Gonna yell at my cousin about it. That he's still using it. Dude, you're not even effectively working out.
Yeah.
When you go to lift, I'm watching you. Your whole upper body at your rib cage is bending backwards for you to grab this.
Yeah.
You look like a daggone transformer trying to Autobots engage.
Yeah. I mean, it's frustrating because you know, it's you know, the world we live in and the environment we're in doesn't lend yourself well to helping people.
Yeah.
So it's like you can, but it's not necessarily advisable to offer to help him because he's, not going to be real appreciative.
No.
So it's like can't really offer to help the guy. So, but then when you do ask if you can work in with him, and it's just like, bro, like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but HBO, man, help a brother out. Like, let me do what I'm trying to do while you do what you got to do. Because it also doesn't take that long,
Yeah, I
you
wasn't
know?
even we weren't even asking to work in with him. He had the little rope
Mm,
connectors laying down on the floor while he was doing the lat pull downs.
You know,
And we were gonna be on another machine or another cable. He's like, "No, I'm using it." 20 minutes later, he picks him up and connects.
yeah, no, I wouldn't have been okay with that. I've been like, dude, you can we'll be done by the time you're touching it. So no, you can't. Especially when there's a limited number of equipment, and
Mm-hmm.
again, it is January where there's a lot of people. You just don't do that. That's just not okay. But like I said, give it a couple of weeks because it's hard too. Because at Planet Fitness, most people, not everybody, but most people aren't there seriously.
Yeah.
So even more likely that a couple of weeks from now, you're gonna have half the people there.
Yeah.
So that's rough, though, man. That's rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you've been blasting upper body. So how's your strength come back? Have you tried to pivot on what you're doing in your workouts at all? Like since you can't walk a whole lot or ride a bike or nothing too much, have you tried to like push your sets in a way to help get your heart rate up?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
So I'll start off low on the wall, a good warm up weight.
Mhm.
Each time I'll go up, or if I don't feel like I can pull it, especially with this shoulder,
Yeah.
then I will up the reps in it. Uh I'm switching up some of the workouts. Like we're pretty much routine right now because it's
Yeah.
limited at Planet Fitness. But
Yeah.
uh I'll incorporate like with chest day on Thursday. We uh we threw in some what's it called? The dumbbell inclines.
Mhm.
Threw in some of them. We went and we worked on what is it? The hammer shoulder thing. It's where you're right here and you're pushing out like
Is it
that.
hammer strength shoulder
Yeah,
press?
yeah, that thing. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, heart rate shot up to over 150 while
Good.
doing those.
Yeah.
But as far as
It's
strength,
yeah, I mean, it's not hard to get your heart rate up when you do things if you do it correctly. You know,
yes,
you
sir.
just sprinkle in things like, all right, we're gonna go to failure on this and it's gonna suck and we need to get used to it. And then you'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
You get used to it.
far as strength goes, what was it, 2017? I hit my PR on bench of 300. Stopped working out after that. Lost pretty much everything. When I started last year, I was good to get, what was it, 150, 160?
Wow, I didn't realize your strength dropped that much.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't good. But pulled 275 the other day.
Nice, man. Did it move well?
My right leg flew off the ground while I was trying to get it up like a rocket.
So no, it didn't move well.
It didn't move well, but I got that thing.
Right, that's what
Locked it
matters
in.
at the end of the day.
I got that thing
You're
done.
you're not in a you're not at the WPO where you can't lift your legs. So
No. But
well, that's fun.
all in all, everything's going good. I'm out of the boot.
There you go.
My healing is going well.
Um,
What is it?
how's your food going? Are you trying to eat any particular way to try because you can't do as much activity?
Eating more protein, cutting
Yeah.
down on the sweets and the carbs as much as I can. Um, I incorporate protein with pretty much everything I eat now. Uh, and if I can't get protein in, I won't do the carbs. I'll just drink a protein shake.
Do you feel better eating that
Yes.
way?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Yeah.
Should-
Your energy levels, are they more stable, you think?
Somewhat.
Because you struggle with being tired, and and part of that's your weight,
Yeah.
part of that's your sleep, which is affected by your weight. But your energy levels are really, really tied to the foods you choose to eat and how they affect your body. So you feel like you get a little bit more clear minded eating
Most
that
de-
way.
most definitely, because I don't need as much caffeine anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm really
Yeah.
happy about that one because we know that I was
Yeah.
consuming ungodly amounts of stimulants and caffeine.
Yeah. Well, it's hard too because we again. I can't remember who said it, but when caffeine got introduced, is when the labor market could then actually work at night times and darker times because you didn't need the sun necessarily to keep your body awake. Before that, we just sun rose, we rose. When the sun was down, we were at home. We were just
Yeah.
being at home. So caffeine is a tool, but it also, when Howard Schultz decided he wanted coffee to be in everybody's hands at all times, he was successful at it, and we have Starbucks now. So it's easy to get access to every single cup of coffee you could dream of.
Oh yeah.
So, it makes it challenging to cut that. I actually, I've cut out sugars and sweets. This week I've been eating cough drops, if you want to count those. I don't because they suck. But yeah, I haven't had any sweets this week at all,
How are you feeling
which
with
has
it?
been hard. I hate it. It's freaking stupid. Um, it's been fine because I love sugar, but it's also like it's a if I don't have them around, it's not really challenging because I don't necessarily think about them. But when they're around me, I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. So we just don't have any in the house.
Yeah, I feel you. If I
Yeah,
don't have
see,
soda around, I'm good. If it's in the house, I'm gonna drink it. But my dad, that's his love language. He he
yeah,
he buys stuff that he knows that we like.
yeah,
So at least I'm getting him to get the sugar-free,
zero
zero
sugars. There
sugar.
you go. That's good. Yeah, yeah. And so for us, we just don't have the stuff. So it's been, we're eating. She's eating animal based. I'm eating carnivore with cheese. So I guess if you want to say we're both doing animal based. Um, essentially no vegetables. I'm not doing any fruits. I'm not doing any sugars of any kind really. I'm still drinking caffeine, as a personal thing because like I don't really care.
Yeah.
But like I didn't have any this morning and I feel fine. You know, I'm a little tired, but it's more from like I'm sore from coughing so damn much.
You're gonna have abs at the end of this, brother. Washboard.
Bro, this is just ridiculous. So, but other than that, you know, diet really is just dependent on your, you know, are you willing to do it? Because it's a diet. It's not necessarily going to be fun or enjoyable. Stan Efferding says the best diet's the one you follow. And if you're willing to follow an animal based carnivore, you know, whatever diet, whatever gets you to eat less for, you know, for you trying to lose weight, whatever gets you to eat less, and then you'll start noticing you start, you know, be more clear headed. You'll start having more energy because of the way that you eat.
I feel you.
And those are simple things and simple fixes that let you like make a lot more progress quickly because you don't feel bad. So that's exciting. Do you have like any do you have anything like specific that you're trying to do with your diet? Or is it right now? You know, we talked before the pod started. We were talking you know, you got a little bit more income coming into your pocket. So, you know, do you have anything like specific food wise that you're trying to work yourself to eating like? Or is it you're just right now you kind of shooting in the dark kind of thing?
So yeah, touching on that, the new income coming in with the new job, that'll open up a lot more. It'll make it a lot easier for me to get a lot more food that is better for me than the stuff I've been taking in because I don't understand why the healthy foods, or not really healthy foods, but the better, not going to say better quality, but just the foods that are better for you are so much more expensive than the stuff that will tear your body down. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. So,
Production. It's
yeah,
easy to produce versus
yeah,
hard to produce.
yeah, fair enough. But it's going to open a lot more doors to getting better quality, better food. Because with this pretty much $10 an hour pay increase, uh, yeah, I can go to and $300 on actual good food instead of, what is it, $20 on about the same amount of food in the basket that's crap.
Yeah. Well, so do you have a plan of like what you want to eat, or is it you still just kind of like once I get there, I'll decide?
I'm thinking on it. It's not going to be once I get there, I'll decide, but I'm going to incorporate a lot more meats. We'll cut down on the carbs because starches and carbs like mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, pastas, all of that, that's my go-to. I'm not a main course guy, I'm a sides guy. So like whatever you think of like your traditional plate at Thanksgiving, you'd have the turkey, the ham, this, that. I got the mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. I have no meat on the plate at all. I'm just throwing down on everything that is bad for me.
Yeah.
So I'm the epitome of a sides guy. We have we have the steakless steak dinner here. It's the mashed potatoes, the salad. It's all the sides that go with the steak dinner
That's
besides the
that's
steak.
disrespectful.
We po. So yeah, we po. We couldn't afford the steak, so we have the sides that go with it. Uh, but yeah, my goal is to cut down on the carbs, the starches, all the stuff that really stick to you while you sleep. Introduce a lot more protein, a lot more meat to my diet. Um, what else? I am gonna get more vegetables for when that voice comes into my head saying you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat. So I can, like celery, because I mean you burn more calories than you take in with celery. So, or something to that effect. Something very low calorie that I can eat as much of and it's not gonna kill me and I can fill myself up and tell that voice to shut up.
Do you count your calories right now?
I try to. I never
So
really have.
no. So no, you don't.
I have a guesstimation. I'll
So
say
you
that.
don't count your calories.
I have a
It's okay to
guesstimation.
say that. So
I
you
don't
don't
count
count
my
your calories.
calories, but I guesstimate it.
So I'm going to tell you, if you don't count your calories, your guess is completely false.
Fair enough.
And the reason that you just want to just start counting your calories, it's inconvenient, but after you do it for a few weeks, you're going to eat mostly the same things. You'll know. Because like you like the sides, you also like sauces.
This is true.
And the sauces are where you get trapped when it comes to your diet, because things like ranch dressing, you're not counting those calories very well.
Mm-mm.
Even healthier things like grass-fed butter and whatnot, you're not counting that when you need to. You know, so you have to start counting. You have to,
Yeah,
because you'll lose incrementally. Just by choosing healthier foods, you're going to lose weight automatically. But the amount of weight that you want to lose is not going to get there from just eating healthier and exercising, because you're going to find a point where you don't need to work out an hour and a half or 2 hours. You need to work out 1 hour really hard so you can recover. Now you got to eat healthy. Well, it's hard to get enough calories when you eat healthy. It's also hard to cut calories in certain areas. But if you don't know where you're at, you won't be able to make the right pivot.
I got you.
So start counting your calories now, because then it'll be a habit when you actually have access to the healthier foods. Then it's not as big of a chore to do.
Gotcha. Will
Just
do.
just saying.
Touching back on the sauces, I have cut down on the more higher calorie sauces.
That's good.
My main go-to is
There's a
mustard.
lot of them.
Yeah, no, my main go-to is
Mustard's
mustard.
on. Yeah, mustard's, as far as those go, is not as bad.
Yeah, mine says 0 calories on it.
Yeah.
I know that's a lie, but yeah,
What else is in it?
we ain't talking about that.
See what a lot of people, and this isn't try to be a psycho about it, but it's just like in general, a lot of people will say, "Oh, this is 0 calories, so it's healthy." Well,
No.
no, because what did they have to pump into it to make it 0 calories? Is it 0 calories because your body doesn't know what the hell to do with it? Like, is it 0 calories because there's actually no nutritional value in it? And that's where you just have to figure out, again, what is your goal? Because it's like, John Meadows, rest in peace. He said when he was cutting for his bodybuilding shows, he said at one point, I think it was the one where he got his pro card. It was, excuse me, it was egg whites and sugar-free ketchup. That's all he ate. He's like,
Mm,
this is all I could eat because I just did,
yeah,
and it's like, that's terrible. But, he's also doing it for a purpose and
yeah,
getting it there. But it's just like, reflect on what you eat, people. Don't reflect on, like, and reflect on the purpose behind it. Like, I don't eat sides most of the time, actually. Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, I like mac and cheese a lot. My wife makes the best mac and cheese. I love it. But I just don't eat it. Don't make it. Because there's no benefit to it now. Like, it's just not, it's not going to help me with the goals that I have. So I'm not gonna do it. And like, I don't really care about sauces too much, but like, we had a buffalo sauce. So it's like 0 calories, very vinegary, buffalo type sauce. So it
Hmm.
worked out because it was real good. And things like that you can do. But again, it's reflect on what's in that food. And the closer you can get to one ingredient foods like chicken, beef, fish, the better.
I
You know,
feel you.
butter, it's salt and cream. So, tallow. We just got some beef tallow to help cook with, and it's great.
What's tallow?
Tallow is rendered beef fat. So the
Gotcha.
fat that you would see on like a ribeye, they
Mhm.
melt that down and then let it solidify and filter it, and you're good to go.
Gotcha.
That's it,
We got
and
the
it's good.
bacon grease version of that.
Yeah, that's the same exact thing. Um, it's so good. I love it. I I used it. We made steak and shrimp. I think it was Tuesday night, and normally I'll put a little bit of extra butter on my steak, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. So I didn't put as much, but I put a little bit of that tallow on there, and oh, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, the closer you can get to the one ingredient foods, the better, because you just know how your body's gonna respond. This was like, it's not an argument of carnivore or animal based or plant based or vegan or any of this conversation you can have. It's at the end of the day, you're getting to the closest thing to just what it is going to be better than any, the McDonald's diet. Like, you're gonna be
Yeah.
better. So people who need to make a change and make a conscientious change. Like Rob, you didn't let this injury stop you. You pivoted. You said, "All right, I just now have work upper body. I'm just gonna do this." And now you're out of the boot. You're walking pretty. I'm sure it's not like you're speeding around like Speedy Gonzalez, but
I did
just
in the
taking your
rain
time.
last night, but
You're but you made conscientious decisions and choices that allowed you to succeed, and that's what it comes down to. People, make a decision, based off of what you are capable of doing, and then being dedicated to that choice. So if you're hurt, figure out what you can do, because you can do something. And it comes down to, does it matter enough to you to change? And if the answer is yes, do it now. Don't do it as a New Year's resolution. Don't do it as, you know, oh, I would really like to. No, 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 no. Just make the decision and do it. And you'll
and if
figure out along the way how to pivot.
you're gonna do it right.
Yeah.
Also, I will say, with uh doing all lifting for the past month, one beautiful thing has happened as well. So you remember how I told you how I shot up to back over the 100 mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
So me straight lifting, there's a lot of bulking in that. There's a lot of bulking and muscle growth and weight raising because of the muscle. I'm back down in the 350s. I've
Heck
done
yeah, dude.
hit that point that I've started losing.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
that's a good point. Whenever you start lifting, your initial thing is you're probably going to gain weight because your muscles are going to retain a little bit more water. They're going to try to retain a little bit more glycogen, and they have to do that to try to build up the size principle and build up their metabolism. So don't get discouraged, because again, you're going to hit a point. There's a break point. Now, once you hit that break point, you're just going to drop like a rock. Like, weight's going to start falling off and you melt. So glad you brought that up. Well, Big Rob, you want to hit us out, man?
Nah, I got you, brother. All right, people, we love you. Thanks for watching. Remember, embrace the suck, keep pushing, and don't accept your own excuses. Y'all got this. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.
Boom.